I'll have you come in and take over. So you're going to want to, the whole time, be watching his face for any muscle movement, eye blinking, that sort of thing. You're going to be on fluids. We're going to have two bags of fluids going at the same time. So we'll get those placed for you, and then your job is to keep them flowing. And then we'll switch them out as they start to run out. Don't like the sound in the background. And like I said, you're going to be on fluids. Julia's going to be our runner. You're going to be taking our notes.
Good one.
Most important thing when we're in there is to never step over him when he's sedated. You always walk around him. They can make sudden movements when they're sedated, so you want to be sure that you're clear of all the limbs and tail and everything when we're in there. And we also want to be quiet. Not a lot of people talking at once, so the doctors can concentrate, and we're not stimulating them with all of our voices. So right now we're going to go ahead and dart him. It should take 15 minutes or so for him to fall asleep, and we'll get to work in there. Pretty much everything in the back of the dump truck cart needs to come in the cage with us. So everybody grab something and bring it.
The only place that has the equipment necessary to x-ray a cat of Joseph's size would be the University of Florida, and that was just too far of a trip for him to make in his weakened state. So what we did was we asked a local equine vet, Dr. Rafe Herrero, if he would bring out his portable x-ray machine, even though those usually aren't good enough to see all the way through a cat, just on the rare chance that we might be able to see what was ailing this cat. We could also draw blood, listen to him, look down his throat, give him an overall exam while he was in his cage. And Dr. Justin Borstein brought his friend Dr. Tim Jones out and did all of that preliminary work. But unfortunately, we were not able to get x-rays that showed us if there was something going on in the abdomen. So all we could do was give him fluids and antibiotics and hope that that would get him back on course again. But it was a really freakish night to be trying to do this, and as you can see, it got very dark as we were finally finishing up.
Step on them, but we're going to clip out these mats, so just don't really scrub them a lot, you know, be very gentle. You don't want to stimulate them, just feel around and cut off the mats that you can find on the side. Spin around so his back is next to the wall.
Yeah, okay.
I was like, I don't know what you're trying to light on. You're like benching at the pin.
No, you guys have a little
Alright, so now we're going to pick up this end and we're going to kind of jiggle the mat to try to get it out from under it.
Okay.
Kind of like a little magic trick here.
Sorry, dude.
I got him. This is weird. Okay.
Oh, geez.
That wasn't
Is it
exactly going this way, but
Okay.
Want to flip over?
um,
Roll him
I
one
don't
more
want to drop
time
his
towards the
legs.
cage.
Roll him one more time towards the cage.
Despite the antibiotics and the fluids, he still wasn't feeling very well the next day, as you can see from the slow way he is walking around the cage. He did manage to get up on the platform, and we were afraid that he was going to fall off because he seemed very unstable.
Can you see his right leg on that side?
Yeah,
Is it positioned
yeah.
like it should be?
Kind of sliding. It's facing forwards.
We had to get Joseph down off of the platform before we could sedate him because we didn't want him to get all woozy and fall off. Once we did, we took him to the Humane Society of Tampa Bay, who allowed us to use their x-ray machine, which is good for a good-sized dog, and their sonogram machine. And we were able to see that it looks like there may be some masses in his abdomen, and we're afraid that it's cancer. when we were trying to wake him back up, he stopped breathing on his own, so that was very tense, and our people worked hard to get him breathing again and loaded him back up and took him back to the sanctuary.
Joseph's going back to his cage.
Really hard.
It is hard.
Feels like you got.
Do you want to stop by a hose to wash him off?
Not the back. Alright, so Philip, you gotta get out of there.
Again, he got more fluids, a long-acting antibiotic shot, steroids, and the trick now will be to get him to eat. He hasn't eaten for 8 days, and he hasn't drank on his own for 3 days. So our crew is just working around the clock to try and entice him into eating food with his medication in it. And so far, we've gotten him to eat a few pounds of food, and we will keep you posted on his progress.